Hi, today we're going to get 3 tips from the tarot, 3 insights on how to feel and be more youthful. Hi, I'm Laura with Heart Driven Tarot, and this week's theme is prompted by a couple of readings I did in the past few days with several women, and the concerns were related to health. And sometimes as the years go by, of course, people seem to be having more challenges with health. So I thought it would be a good theme for this week to address how to stay youthful, how to stay vibrant. And I would say one thing I think is important in terms of mentally is to associate with younger people, to learn from younger people, adopt mentors who are younger people, adopt younger people as mentors. And I say this because I had a delightful talk this week, chat with a woman who is a YouTuber influencer. I'll just say that. Her name's Caroline Winkler. She's got over 500,000 subscribers, and she happens to be a sister of one of my daughter's classmates in high school. So she's a delightful young woman. I learned a lot from her, and I think, I not just think, I know that this is a way to stay youthful, to stay in touch with the world, is by adopting younger people as mentors. About 15 years ago, I attended a federal women's conference, and that was one of the themes by one of the presenters. And I wish I still had her book. It was one of those books I did enjoy reading, but in my decluttering efforts, I thought, okay, I've read this. Do I really need it? And it's one of those books I wish I had on my shelf now, because this topic came to my mind this week. But one of the key points made by the author was that it's really important as time goes by and to stay on top of things is to adopt young people as mentors in a particular area in which you lack expertise. So I would just say that's important. And the theme song is, dating myself again, Rod Stewart's Forever Young. I believe my daughter a few years ago, I forget where she was, I think it was in France, where she saw Rod Stewart in a restaurant. So that was a nice highlight of her day then. I will lower the camera so you can see the cards, if this works here. Select 3 tips that the tarot can give us on how to stay youthful and vibrant. One, at least for this week's theme. First card is the World reversed. Second card is the Page of Pentacles. And the third card is the Four of Cups reversed. So I will explain each of these cards. Now this is quite interesting. Well, the World card reversed, the World card when upright, whether it's upright or reversed, it is a major arcana card, which it's one of 22 cards in the tarot deck, the Rider-Waite deck. This is the Barbara Moore rendition of the Rider-Waite. It's the end of the 22 major arcana cards in the Rider-Waite deck, and it suggests a completion of a cycle, a completion of something. And when it's upright, it relates to something joyful, feeling like you've accomplished something. She's dancing, she's free-spirited. You see that purple sash. She looks like she's really jazzed and having a great time. Now, what this suggests, because it's reversed and we're asking the question, what do we need to know to stay more vibrant, more youthful as the years go by, is I would suggest, or what's coming to me intuitively, is that we need to keep this youthful vibration and outlook internally, deeply instill that into our psyches, no matter what our age is, because people start making these assumptions. People start talking about how old they are. I know people 20 years younger than I am I have a friend who says her friends start saying how old they are when they're not really old at all. But people just get into this mode of thinking. And so to stay vibrant, to stay youthful, one key facet of that is maintaining this internal youthful energy, youthful vibe. Yes, some changes are going to occur. That's part of nature. But I think keeping that youthful outlook, youthful vibe is important. And part of that, as I just mentioned, is adopting younger people as mentors. The next card is the Page of Coins or Page of Pentacles. Now, what this suggests to me, pages are associated with that, again, youthful energy. So this relates right into it. The coins or coins/pentacles relate to the physical world, whether it's resources, money, or the physical body. And since we're talking about remaining youthful, remaining young, quote unquote, even if our chronological age is not young, it suggests to me that we need to keep learning. The pages are associated with learning new things, of being a student. So find something new to engage yourself with, to learn. This helps keep your mind young. That's very important. And he's looking at this coin very attentively. He's out in nature. Part of that's getting out in nature, tuning into the outside, into the world of nature, I would say. And that reminds me of something I heard Dan Buettner say. Dan Buettner is I will say, quite articulate, inspirational author of the Blue Zones and all that work related to the Blue Zones. And it's in my plan this week to start watching that series on Netflix. I've been remiss in not getting to it. But Dan Buettner talks about, yes, how important it is to get out in nature. And he says a lot of the reason why these people in the Blue Zones who live longer, they're not specifically going to the gym or anything, but they're out in nature, they're gardening, etc. So one way of staying youthful, staying vibrant is getting out in nature. And I would add is learning a new skill. Think of something new that you can do. And then finally, we have the Four of Cups reversed. Now, when upright, and of course the cups relate to feelings and emotions, sentiments. When this is upright, we see a situation in which this person is below a tree, look like they're meditating, but what's also important to note is that their arms are crossed. So they're crossing off, they're in a way rejecting, putting off what's being offered to them. And we see here this divine or angelic hand coming out of this billowy cloud and is offering something to the person. But when it's upright, it's suggesting that that person is not really open. They've got the closed body stance. They're not open. But given this is reversed, and we're talking about, and our theme is staying youthful, staying young, staying vibrant, I believe what's being suggested is that we do need to take time to meditate and also tap into our deep spiritual nature and look for, be alert to, open to a message from spirit about how we can stay vibrant. And also just in itself, and that's another thing that Dan Buettner said, I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly, on this particular interview, is that, and he says he himself is not particularly religious, but that spirituality, faith in something has been also a core element, a core ingredient of these centenarians, and people who live a long time in these different blue zones that he studied for many years. So think about how to tap into and tune into something that animates your spirit. That's what's key. That's what's really vital to staying youthful, to staying vibrant. I would say that is a core message, a core tip from spirit through the tarot. Now let me see if there's anything else we have here that I can glean. For me, this message of the world, and it's interesting, it came up in a reading I did for one of these women the other day, that she was facing a health challenge and she felt that her bodily health was turned upside down. She was restricted in a lot of ways by a particular condition. So I feel that this is thinking of just different ways that you can really start moving. Maybe a new way. Make sure that movement is part of your daily activities. movement, mindset, that meditation, and music. For me, music animates my spirit every single day. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with tarot.